The Bible, a cornerstone of Western civilization, serves as a foundational text for both Judaism and Christianity. Yet, despite sharing the Hebrew Bible, also known as the Old Testament, these two religions approach it in profoundly different ways. These divergent interpretations stem from distinct theological frameworks, historical experiences, and cultural practices, shaping their respective identities and worldviews. For Jews, the Hebrew Bible is not merely a historical document, but a living text. It represents a covenant, a sacred agreement between God and the Jewish people, a covenant that continues to inform daily life. The Jewish approach emphasizes close reading, contextual understanding, and the vital role of oral tradition in interpreting the written word. The Torah, comprising the first 5 books of the Hebrew Bible, holds a central position in Jewish thought and practice. It contains the foundational laws and narratives that guide Jewish life. Complementing the Torah is the Talmud, a vast compendium of rabbinic discussions, legal interpretations, and ethical teachings that further elucidates biblical principles. Jewish engagement with the Hebrew Bible is characterized by rigorous debate and questioning. Reinterpreting the text is not only permitted but encouraged, fostering a dynamic and evolving understanding of its meaning. Jewish tradition acknowledges multiple layers of meaning within the text, recognizing the limitations of human understanding in grasping the divine. Ultimately, the Jewish approach prioritizes halakha, Jewish law, and the practical application of biblical principles to everyday life. The focus is on living a life in accordance with God's commandments, as interpreted through centuries of rabbinic scholarship. This emphasis on practical application distinguishes the Jewish approach. In contrast, Christians view the Hebrew Bible through the lens of the New Testament. They see Jesus Christ as the Messiah, the fulfillment of prophecies contained within the Hebrew Bible. This perspective fundamentally shapes their interpretation of the text. A key element of the Christian approach is typology, the identification of prefigurations of Christ in the Hebrew Bible. Events and figures in the Old Testament are seen as foreshadowing aspects of Jesus' life, death, and resurrection. This typological reading connects the two testaments in a narrative of divine redemption. Central to Christian theology is the concept of salvation through faith in Jesus Christ. This belief influences their understanding of the Hebrew Bible, emphasizing passages that they interpret as pointing towards the coming of the Messiah. The establishment of a new covenant through Jesus is seen as superseding the old covenant. The Christian approach places primary focus on the theological significance of the Hebrew Bible in relation to the New Testament. Historical and legal aspects are often interpreted through this theological lens. The Hebrew Bible serves as a testament to God's plan for salvation, culminating in the arrival of Jesus. The Jewish community has consistently demonstrated remarkable academic achievement across diverse fields. This success is rooted in a confluence of factors, including a deep-seated emphasis on education, strong community support systems, a rich intellectual tradition, and historical resilience in the face of adversity. These elements have collectively fostered a culture of learning and achievement. A cornerstone of Jewish culture is the high value placed on learning and literacy. From a young age, individuals are encouraged to study religious texts, fostering critical thinking and analytical skills. This early exposure cultivates a lifelong love of learning and intellectual exploration. Jewish communities often provide robust support systems for education. Dedicated schools, tutoring programs, and communal resources are readily available. This environment fosters academic achievement and provides opportunities for individuals to excel. The Jewish intellectual tradition is characterized by rigorous debate, questioning, and interpretation of texts. This tradition cultivates intellectual curiosity and a commitment to lifelong learning. The emphasis on critical thinking and analysis equips individuals with the tools necessary for academic success. Throughout history, Jewish communities have faced persecution and discrimination. Education has often served as a means of survival, advancement, and empowerment. By providing access to opportunities, education has enabled individuals to navigate challenging circumstances and contribute to society. The divergent approaches to the Hebrew Bible reflect the distinct theological frameworks and historical experiences of Judaism and Christianity. While both religions share a common foundational text, their interpretations diverge significantly. The Jewish emphasis on education, community support, and intellectual tradition has contributed to their academic success. These factors have fostered a culture of lifelong learning and critical thinking within the Jewish community. This commitment to intellectual pursuits has enabled individuals to excel in diverse fields and make significant contributions to society. The story of Jewish engagement with the Bible is a testament to the power of education and the enduring strength of the human spirit.